closed mind will get you closed-lined. And that's just That on That No podcast. Start the show. That's That on That podcast. What's poppin', gang? It's your boy Pastor JB, also known as J Billy the God, also known as Jimmy Lewinsky, Oda Lewinsky, also known as Banks, also known as Billy, also known as BJB, JJB. Nah, but what's poppin', gang? Once again, JB gang. This is another episode of That's That on That podcast, and guess what we're talking about today? If you haven't already heard.
Here it comes.
Yep. Those bitch ass. No. I'm just saying. Those closed-minded people of America. Not of America, but closed-minded people in general. Today we're going to be talking about closed-minded people. Closed-minded people get the fuck on my nerves. Closed-minded people really need to really get a book, a life, and a job. I know a lot of y'all got jobs because y'all closed-minded to the jobs that y'all got. Y'all been there for 25 years and y'all wondering why y'all making the same salary. You know what? We're not getting into me or people that I know. We're going to talk about y'all. We're going to talk about y'all. Closed-minded people. I thought about I wanted this one to be I thought about it to be like a little poem or like a little monologue. And that's just not what it's going to be. So we're going to talk about it today. Let's just talk about it. Now, to define closed-minded people, it's when a person or place or thing, nowadays you don't know, but a person, a place, or thing, it's when someone latches onto a certain mindset, a way of thinking, or a certain life, right? And it's someone that closes their mind off, basically, to new ideas and new ways of thinking. Now, we all know somebody that, or know people that you just necessarily can't have a conversation with because any and everything that they say is right and any and everything that they say is the way it's Bible. I'm not just talking to you Bible thumpers out there. Just people in general. You know, a lot of old people are closed-minded, and in today's day and age, 2022, it's like, why? What are you doing? What are you thinking about? And why are you thinking about it? And you know we're not going backwards. Well, I mean, we're not supposed to be going backwards. And I'm gonna take this small time out to really say, I'm just gonna take this time out to really say, I stand with your body, your choice. I stand with all women rights. I was raised by a woman majoritarily for the parts that I was raised. I mentally respect women. I love women. I don't think what's going on is right. And fellas, we definitely do need to step in and try to help in ways that we can. And really just try to not let shit get to where it used to be. Like, I know, or at least I think I know, because I'm not closed-minded. I think I know what the real agenda is behind all of this ban, or all of these bans and whatnot. I just really think that what motherfuckers are trying to do is fucked up. To kind of, and I'm only speaking on terms of, and this is for people, because I'm not going to say I believe in abortion. I really want y'all to hear when I say this clear. It's not that I necessarily believe in it, but I understand circumstances to where it has to be done, or why somebody would want to do that in the forms of we're all human. Sometimes things are traumatic, sometimes people are ready. And on the flip side, I do think all of us need to be actually being grown, an adult, and actually know, bitch, if you ain't ready for a baby, A, you shouldn't be fucking. And then C, if you ain't ready to take care of your kid, niggas need to be strapping up. Point blank period, that's it and that's all. Everything that's going on is fucked up. Them reversing the Roe versus Wade. And where they're trying to have it, I just really don't think that anybody should be telling anybody what to do with their body. But then again, it damn sure shouldn't be a man telling a woman what to do with her body, unless it's your daughter. And that's in the form of, you ain't wearing that to school. But as far as that, no. As a man, I feel like we can't fully understand what it is to be a woman. As a woman, y'all will never understand fully what it is to be a man. And we're just gonna go from there. But back to what I was talking about. Closed-minded people. We all know those closed-minded people just in general. A lot of people are closed-minded nowadays, although I do still feel like a lot of people are very extremely open-minded, which is great. But closed-minded people, I just really feel like you're a piece of shit sometimes. I really feel like you can potentially fuck up your own relationships because you're not willing to at least see how somebody else sees something. And it's not that you have to believe in what they do or how they feel or whatever the case may be, but you can at least see where they're coming from and be like, you know what, respectfully, I'm gonna agree to disagree, and it is what it is. But we have some closed-minded people where it's like, bitch, fuck you, pussy, you didn't get your pussy. You know what I mean? That they really be wanting to, hey, you like to tussle. We don't want to tussle. And I'm just saying, I'm the type of person to where I like to talk. As y'all see, shout out #ThatsThatOnThatPodcast. Stream it everywhere. But I would rather have a conversation with somebody about whatever. I feel like more knowledge, first of all, knowledge is power, but to gain more knowledge, different perspectives, and to try to also kind of sort of get a glimpse of what somebody sees through another lens or what somebody else's experience is, as opposed to your experience, I feel like that's sometimes artistically beautiful. You know what I mean? That's just me trying to be an artist. But closed-minded people are hard to talk to. Like, they're definitely, I feel like they are, and I'd rather not. I mean, hello, how are you? If it's business, we can talk about business and keep it confined to what we need to actually converse about. Everything else, I don't want to talk to you about because it's nothing for us to say. Honestly, I feel like when you're having a conversation with a closed-minded person, and you're literally talking to a brick wall, you're talking to a turned-off TV, you can't even really give them the compliment of being a TV because that shit is broad, but whatever. I feel like you necessarily can't get through to a person. And outside of the confines, like I said, of business or just the simple surface conversation, there's nothing you really can talk to them about because it's like I can't really convince you on, or try to even convince you. Why would I want to try to convince you? But whatever. I can't convince you on what I'm saying is right or true or necessarily, oh shit, it's kind of cool. Because I feel like sometimes closed-minded people, they shut they shut shit off and they shut shit down and, oh no, I don't believe in that. Oh no, what are you talking about? Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's not my experience. I don't understand what. I mean, that'd actually be great if somebody can say, hey, that's not my experience, but hey buddy. Yeah. But nah, you know what I mean? Closed-minded people would rather shut you down and shut down a conversation when you start talking about necessarily something that they don't like or don't believe in. And I mean, I have a lot of people like this. I'm gonna say a lot of people. I have had a few people in my life like this, and emphasis on had. Because at the end of the day, I'm all about communication. I'm all about peace. I'm all about love. And how can you not have an open mind when we're trying to be all about everything? Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? How can you not? I'm an open-minded person because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily care about what somebody does with their life and their everyday thing. Because, okay, did it get me any money? Did it get me that money? What Gabrielle said? She's like,
how did your life change? Did you get a guy? Did you get the job? Is your house any bigger? Did money just magically, get put in your pocket?
Well, I don't feel like wasting my time on being mad at somebody else, because sometimes with closed-minded people, once you challenge what they're talking about, they get upset, and that's actually what sparks disagreements and confrontations and sometimes altercations. But I mean, closed-minded people, for me, I feel like just to kind of group them, I don't never want to really group people or marginalize people, but just to explain my point, kind of group them in two segments. Because once again, not all closed-minded people are hard to talk to, but most of the motherfuckers are. So I group them into the two, to what I like to call the willing and the unwilling. The ones that's willing to actually be like, oh, hey, you know what? Hey, the ones that's actually willing to see what you're talking about or see your viewpoint and respect that. Okay, I don't really care, or I don't really understand what you're talking about, but okay, cool. That's good for you. The ones that's willing to actually just can finish the conversation and actually say, hey, guy, shit you was talking about, but I fuck with it for you.
To you. So
to
for
you.
To you.
Then you got the unwilling. The ones that's stuck on stupid, stubborn, and unstoppable. The ones that's just like, this shit's in one ear and out the other. Like, yeah, whatever, nigga. But no, I actually now want to put her business out there. Because I'm talking with my grandma. But at a point of time, she was very close-minded. And that's just I blame or chalk that up to, sometimes just being, stuck in your ways. Or, necessarily when she was just closed-minded to a lot of new world things, if that makes sense, or new advancements. I always had to be the one teaching about technology and shit. Then she had the nerve to tell all her friends, and this is what I used to hate. She used to tell all her friends, and yes, I'm talking about you on my podcast. Don't listen to this, but I'm talking about you. She had the nerve to tell all her friends. In the meantime, in the green time, I'm just sitting here every bit of like 8, 9, 10, 11. You turn somebody's phone on, you turn it off, you turn it back on, and then, oh my God, telling the whole congregation, my grandson fixed phones. Girl, if you need me, let me know. I need you. No, I don't. I'm not a technician, and now you're auctioning me off for no money to help all of these motherfuckers in here with the devices that I'm now not getting paid for. I want my rebate. I want my reparations. I want my tithes and offering. I do have emotional damage from that, and I am calling the cops and my therapist. Either way. So, now, as I'm thinking about, closed-minded people, thinking about, they get on my nerves, and I ain't necessarily going to say it triggers me, because I'm smoking a little bit of weed. I ain't, or should I say smoke me a wood, I ain't really worrying about too much. But, just encountering them and everything else like this. I'm an analyzer once again. For the 1500th time, I'm a Virgo. This is my dude. And this is not on purpose, it's just by default. So, I just, just was thinking, because I'm always trying to look deeper onto something, or look deeper into someone, or what makes somebody tick. I'm the type of person, when I talk to a person, I not only see their physical form, but I'm kind of sort of looking at their soul, just a little bit. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul or something like that. But either way, I'm a conversationalist, energy reader. I see all of that. I'm an analyzer. I analyze your whole situation in like 5 seconds. So me wanting to analyze closed-minded people just to figure out, like, why do motherfuckers, why? And once again, no door to the explorer, but I do like to explore things and open my mind to trying to figure out what and why, where and how, so I can understand how people work. So I was thinking, what makes a person closed-minded? Or why would somebody want to be closed-minded if they understand that they are closed-minded? Because a lot of people don't understand, and this is just humans. We have a lot of subconscious habits. We have a fucking subconscious. We got a conscious and a subconscious. So it's like, when people subconsciously do things, of course, most of the times you're not really going to understand or notice your subconscious habits because they're subconscious. They're just, natural to your body. It's like muscle memory, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand subconsciously people not knowing, but for the conscious motherfuckers too. Y'all know y'all closed-minded. Why are y'all closed-minded like that? Now I understand. I said what I said, and I ain't changing on it. I get that. Stand up for what you believe in. But why so much friction for shit that you don't? So as I'm just thinking about what makes it close, just brainstorming in my head, thinking about close-minded people, and also the episode 2, I was like, of course I'm not ranting to y'all. Once again, JB, gang, super, bam. So I'm like, close-minded people. The first thing that came to mind was, some people, once again, subconsciously thinking you could just be stuck in their ways. Trauma, triggers, life, past experiences, and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, sometimes, life can whip your mind into a certain perspective, or also how you was raised and how you was brought up, your parents, what they believed in, what they instilled in you, if they instilled anything, you know what I'm saying? Also your environment and stuff like that. That's just the first natural responses in my head that I'm coming up with. And then I started to think, sometimes, it's a trait of being a narcissist too, being closed-minded, because of course in your head you have this painted picture to where this is that, that needs to be that, and if this is not, it's not what it is. I get that too. Mark the Narc understands. And then I was like, it could also be from fear, because fears weave through a lot of decision making in life, subconsciously. So I'm like, it could be from fear too. Okay, sometimes it's a trauma response to do certain things to prevent you from feeling a certain way. Or to give an example, kind of like split personality disorder. If y'all ever seen Moon Knight on Disney Channel, first of all, it's my shit. Marvel, y'all know what to do. If y'all looking for writers or effects specialists, I don't do all that. But listen, if y'all looking for like an actor, an extra, or something, or somebody, even like a interviewer, somebody to do promo, just somebody on the team, call me, King JB. Anyway, think about it like that. Like, people with split personality disorder, not all the time, but in a lot of cases, them growing up and stuff like that, if they were in like abusive situations or not around the best environment or something like that, as a kid, your imagination, you're going to warp. Sometimes if your imagination that broad and your fears that big, you warp a world in your head kind of sort of to escape from where you are. So you wouldn't necessarily feel what's going on. You know what I mean? That's just an example, but this is what I'm talking about on the fear spectrum of it. Not saying this is for everybody, just saying, just popped up in my brain. We just talking with y'all. I wanted to be open-ended. I want y'all also to contact me. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DM, tweet me, email. It'll be somewhere in the bio, something, or somewhere. So after necessarily just brainstorming what possible ways people could be closed-minded or why they could be closed-minded, right? It then led me to just thinking about characteristics of people, or necessarily, once again, I'm an analyzer, so this is just me analyzing in their head. Well, what characteristics would they have? Or A, how can sub D group be in? How could sub D group or sub D people be categorized as one? And then trying to see if it's a commonality thing, to see if it's really y'all just being closed-minded or if it's just person by person, case by case. Once again, this is my Inspector Gadget moment. And I was high. Let's just start. I was high when I was thinking about it, but mind your business. Mind your business. Marijuana only. And no, I am not promoting. Don't do drugs, kids. Make sure you're an adult first. And secondly, I'm grown. I'll do what the fuck I want to do. Anyway. So then, as I'm thinking about the traits and stuff like that, I'm just like, okay, sometimes they can come off judgmental. And you know what? I'm not even going to say they. I'm going to say we. Because I feel like at some point in time, everybody has had some point of closed-mindedness situation going on. Or everybody has, even in life, everybody kind of has a point in their brain to, or certain situations or decisions or whatever the case may be where they're closed-minded to that, once again, beliefs. But some traits I've picked up from just analyzing and just thinking also too. Sometimes, closed-minded people can come off judgmental, their way or highway, or is what they think of what something should be, and it's not. And necessarily, I can understand that. People try to say I'm judgmental. I promise y'all I am. But I'm not judgmental like that. Honestly, I'm not judgmental at all. Let's start there. I'm really not. I'm not judgmental. I'm just talking shit. I can see how people can think that me being opinionated or me having a thought could be judgmental, but I'm just like, don't ask what the fuck I'm thinking, because I'm damn sure not about to just give you unsolicited advice unless you like my friend or something. But don't ask me what the fuck I think then. Not that I care. I'm just telling you what I think. But you know, I'm not judgmental. But either way, people can come off judgmental. Sometimes I feel like closed-minded people often misunderstand what people are saying to them. And I sometimes think that's actually on purpose. And I only think that that's on purpose because, once again, closed-minded. You only thinking about what you think. Right? Then I started to think maybe they're like mentally stuck in a situation, or stuck in a way. You know what I mean? Once again, they're just like mentally stuck in their ways. That's definitely one of the traits, because you can obviously be stuck in glue or in quicksand when you can't see other perspectives. First of all, the world is huge. 7 point whatever the billion people are on the earth, and yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's huge. It's different countries, different continents, different Area 51 that they don't want us to see. Let me stop. I don't really know shit about none of this shit. So then I also thought, you know, maybe sometimes people just don't know any better. Maybe they was taught the wrong shit. Maybe they just don't have the tools to change how they think, because once again, if you're brought up a certain way, you're not really going to know how to really do something until you start exploring other options. Sometimes it also can be passed on pathologies, you know, toxic traits and shit like that. Sometimes people's parents be closed-minded because their parents was closed-minded because their parents was closed-minded. Then they wondering why they got a bitch-ass child that's now closed-minded as fuck. That's all I'm saying. I feel like, because I really thought this was gonna be like 7 minutes long, but I don't know why we're really taking it there. But I guess we're gonna take it somewhere, just a little bit. I feel like real life, most closed-minded people, they don't know how to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about you talking to somebody that you know is closed-minded, but you know, maybe that's your cousin or something. It's like, we family, I guess we gotta talk to each other, right? Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to really get into an example, so we don't have time for that. But you talking to him, and this actually can go into delusion as well. But you're talking to him, and they're just telling you all types of shit. Now, I think a lot of closed-minded people really, sometimes when people see the error, when people don't see the error of their ways or the error of their thinking, or just, and then who are we to really say error, right? But sometimes when people are closed-minded, they won't necessarily take accountability because they don't see it in your way, or they don't see it any other way, because they created this box in their brain. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4 walls. It's a thinking trap. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little box that just circulate the same ideas, same old shit.
Again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
And they won't necessarily ever see it your way because their mind is boxing the fuck around. Just in their brain. Just boop, boop, bop, bop, bam. I really shouldn't have smoked before this episode. But we're gonna make it exciting, right? So, I really feel like they're never gonna, I ain't gonna say they never, because people always do eventually grow up. But they don't see it your way. So they're never gonna take accountability for what they need to be accountable for. Now, this is not saying all closed-minded people are wrong. And this is not what I'm trying to put out there. Because sometimes motherfuckers be right on certain shit. But then again, in life being a spectrum, what the fuck is right nowadays? Well, I mean, y'all better know right from wrong, because if y'all don't, y'all are going to hell. You're going to hell. You're going to hell, baby. You're going to hell. if y'all don't know right from wrong, I understand that the new way is supposed to be the reversed, fuck is that shit called? Like the reverse pendulum and shit? Like where good is becoming bad and bad is becoming, all of that shit. Look, y'all motherfuckers better know. Shit. Bitch. Y'all better fucking know what's right from wrong. And if y'all don't know what's right from wrong, YouTube. And not everything on YouTube. .org. Coolmath.com. Anyway. To really wrap this up, because I really just want to go here, because this is getting lengthy. Closed-minded people find comfort in their initial understanding of something, right? So that latched-on initial understanding then begins to grow legs, and then often expands into other understandings to necessarily validate the first understanding, and then you once again go into being a delusional bitch. Anyway, so... and then it's like you built your own understanding, and this is where that thinking trap comes in at, and you don't want to do that, because I feel like you're really going to miss out on so many opportunities in life, and you miss out on so many just ways to grow and to add to your life that could benefit you. Now, everything isn't for everybody, like I always say. We should know that, and definitely know what's for you, and if you don't know what's for you, find out. But eventually you're never mentally going to grow, so then combined with that, you're not going to grow as a person, because now your mind is just one big vortex of what you think everything is. And life has fucked me up enough to tell me, bitch, it ain't, nigga, it ain't what you thought it was. This ain't that, and that ain't this. You know what I'm saying? And life be like, man, so you ever seen Sharkeisha? Sharkeisha, no! Yeah, life will hit you with the that's all. And I'm just like, life just let me know it ain't what you about to think. It ain't what you think it's about to be. Okay? So the easier or the faster you click onto that notion and actually understand, you really can just, have a calmer life. Now, that doesn't say don't go for what you know all the time, because you got to be confident in yourself and confident in your thinking, and that's just once again going from knowing what's right from wrong. Get some books. But it's like, okay, get some books. You want to always end up growing as a person, because if you don't, you're forever going to be a child, and you don't want to have to be 65 trying to be in McDonald's happy place with a Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? That's a little weird. Like, Robert, what are you doing? Get your old ass up. Nah, but you don't want to be that old nigga in the park that's trying to, hand out candy to kids just because you are a good person and you just like to feed birds and pigeons and shit. And then somebody tackle you because they like, why the fuck is you giving shit to my kids? You know what I mean? So I really said all of that to really say, open your minds up. Wait, and Vogue say, free your mind! Free your mind! And then we can live blind. That's my shit. Nah, but just open your mind a little bit. You know what I mean? And you ain't gotta agree with everything, and everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think respectfully, everybody in the world, or the world would be a better place if everybody can just agree to disagree and move on about their life and about their day. You don't gotta fight. I ain't gotta argue with you. You don't have to be rowdy, you ain't gotta tussle. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, just for yourself, you want to open your mind so you can broaden your perspectives in life if you want to. Once again, I'm a strong advocate and do what the fuck you want to do, as long as it's positive. And it ain't fucking nothing up in society. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. But yeah. If you don't, I feel like you're in a stunt your growth in life. And once again, who wants to be old, grumpy, and alone and sad and a bitch ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I am Pastor JB. This has been a long ass episode that I didn't intend it to be, but I'm chopping it up. And this is the That's That on That podcast. That's on that podcast. has been a JB Music Production, JB Entertainment Production.